Okay.
3, 2.
Hello again, Prabhu. It's good to see you. I was sitting here thinking about diversity, inclusion, and equity. It's a hot topic
It's a very important
now.
topic. Yeah.
Yes. And I can remember walking into rooms probably the whole time that I was in ISA, but particularly as president, and not seeing many people of color in those rooms that were not international people. And I'm specifically speaking to this issue of making sure that Black engineers, whether they're women, men, or whatever their identity might be, have an equal opportunity to not just be a member of ISA, but also have opportunities and access to the things, all the different benefits of membership, and have opportunities to lead within ISA. I was the first Black person to lead ISA, and still am the first Black person to have ever led ISA, and the second woman. And it was important for me because I felt if other Black engineers, male, female, saw me in that role, that they would look at the society as being one that is inclusive, is diverse, and is equitable, and would offer opportunities for Black members to become more engaged, not just to participate in events and go to conferences and all those things, but to really be engaged at the national level or international level in decision-making and those things that would make a difference to other Black folks in engineering. Particularly, I'm thinking about the focus on being active recruiters, especially for young professionals, of folks who have engineering degrees from HBCUs. And so I could go on and on about that, but this whole idea of diversity and inclusion for me is so important. When I started in my career in the late 70s, mid to late 70s, diversity and inclusion was all about race. Today, there's so many dimensions of diversity. It includes, things like religion and gender and culture and abilities, whether a person is disabled or not. And all now you have the different gender identities. And so I'm interested in knowing how you will help ISA enhance its ability to walk the walk. Now, lots of companies have the DE&I policies, and they say that they, are inclusive and diverse, and they provide equal opportunity and equal experience, right? Experiential equity is a big thing. But how will we move ISA from policies to actions?
This is a very important topic, and it's the one that's close to my heart. Because I don't believe ISA should have a DEI strategy. It should be part of our core operation. And it starts with listening to our members. Leadership is purely merit-based. It's purely experience-based. Doesn't really matter what gender, color, religion, culture, sexual preference, whatever it is, right? So I think I'm going to take that very seriously, and we have already. So I'm now as part of the executive board. Me and Dr. Paulina Chan, who lives in Hong Kong, are now the DEI champions. So we have now taken it. We've gotten a recommendation. Great work done by Jim Keaveney and Rhonda Pelton. And we've embraced that, and we've made it known that we're going to not only take it seriously, we're driving actions now in divisions, sections, even in leadership recruitment. To your point, we all have great candidates, but we have to also be sure that we give opportunity for everyone internationally, irrespective of all the things we talked about, gender, race, religion, sex, preference. I'm going to be an ally to all those people, right? And I'm going to make this a priority for us and really walk the walk for ISA to be very inclusive, very diverse, and really take the next generation. It starts with the universities, to your point, right? It starts with developing a leadership pipeline that has all these elements too. So you have my commitment to take this seriously and execute.
That's wonderful to hear. Now, Prabhu, another thing that I think is especially attractive to me in terms of your platform is your concern about not just the health, and I mean not just the organizational health of ISA, but the health of its members. We've all just come out of a situation where, you know, we have been challenged and had to make changes because of the pandemic. And so understanding the effect that this has on a person's mental health and how they perceive that they are being able to contribute to an organization like ISA is very, very important. So speak to me a little bit about how you will continue to address this area of health of the organization and health of its members.
Yeah, so health is about, like you said, it starts with, our organizational health, which is sections, divisions, different parts of, staff and whole society. And we've been doing a lot of, and if you remember, 3 years ago, I started this section division liaison to have people under the one ISA umbrella to bring people together. And that's really helped us through the pandemic, so that's gonna continue growing. But you made a very good point about I will provide a platform for members to talk about their mental health, important things like return to office, remote work. And I sent a message to the Houston section and all the Texas members about the shooting, for example, and give them a platform to discuss and express feelings that they can't do in their professional life. Okay, this is where ISA needs to shine, right? That we as an industry organization, as a leader in developing healthy members, in addition to and giving them the opportunity to come talk about these discussions in ISA Connect, for example, and so on and so forth. So organizational health, member health, both professional and mental, and giving them a platform to talk and express feelings and share ideas, and also financial health. Working with the executive director for the last 4 years, we made sure in the board, and I played a significant part in it with our fellow board members and staff, we got financial health of ISA back on track through the pandemic. Now it's the time for us to make these investments for growth and scale. So organizational health, member health, and financial health is what I will focus on.
That's wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, you have my vote. I already voted, and I voted for you.
Everybody,
Surprise.
everybody needs to vote, and I'll end with this is, I would encourage all the members. You're an early adopter, you always have been, but let members take their time between June 1 and June 29, don't wait till 30th, right? And really understand your candidate and who you're voting for. And make sure the candidate, be it the board, a president, or industry VPs and geographical assembly VPs and all the running positions that you have listed in your ballot, understand what they stand for and make sure to match your values and make sure that they can take ISA to the next level, and then do cast your vote. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.